Let's talk about anger. Have you ever felt angry? Of course you have. We all have. Because feeling angry is a natural and sometimes it's a healthy reaction, but it's also a dangerous one. And if we don't learn to rule it, it can end up ruling us and ruining some relationships. James has got some great advice for us all. James chapter 1 verse 19 to 20. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. Those who consider themselves religious and yet do not keep a tight rein on their tongues deceive themselves, and their religion is worthless. You know, every now and again, I think most of us need a good refresher course on anger management. What James is saying is we need to have a huge responsibility in whether we feed our anger or whether we starve it, whether we are ruled by it or whether we rule over it. And as the ultimate practitioner, he lays some pretty simple principles. The first is that none of us are exempt. We all have a responsibility to control our human anger. Doesn't matter what our temperament, our background or experience, the instruction he wants us to take special note of is for everyone. No exceptions, no excuses. And our first goal must be to listen. Before we start reacting, boiling over, getting all defensive, we have to train ourselves to be quiet, to bite our tongues and resist the temptation to immediately add our own opinion. Remember, we may not have all the facts, and our own emotions may well be distorting our perception. If we speak too soon, we'll probably do more damage than good. Learn to listen first. And while we're listening, we must rule any rising anger. We may not be able to stop it completely, but if we allow ourselves to embrace and unleash it, it will only add more fuel to the fire. Unbridled human anger creates exaggeration, inflammation, and agitation. It hurts and offends others, and it definitely does not impress God. You know, it's too easy to excuse our anger. At times we can think we have a right to become angry, but all too often our anger is based on limited or totally wrong information and is simply an expression of our own immaturity. The feelings may come, but that doesn't mean we allow them to work their way into our hearts and out of our mouths. Feel it, but rule it at the same time. Slow down, cool down, listen and learn, and then, if necessary, speak. Proverbs 29 verse 11 says it so well. Fools give full vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end.